Well, hello YouTube, my name's Adam, welcome back to the channel. So we're just riding home on the WR450F. I just thought I'd run you through what I've done in it in the 4 or 5 weeks I've owned the bike. So first of all, it's had a full service, had everything done it myself, but it's had oil and filter change, coolant change, the brakes I've got a receipt for were flushed and bled with new brake pads in October, so I haven't done that, but all the fluids are now new and replaced, and I know where I'm up to regarding the 600 mile service intervals or 3 month, so I know exactly where I'm up to with that. It's putting a new filter. The one that was in it was alright, but it was clean, airbox was clean, but I've put Rover 45, I don't see many of them about. I don't see many Rovers about on the road. I used to have a Rover 25. Nicola's first car, that. First car I bought when Nicola passed the test. Rover 25. Anyway, from one old relic to the next. So, yeah, so she's had all that done. Full service, all the fluids, everything done. The forks have been serviced. Thought I'd get them off and get them done. Probably get the shock done at some point, but just felt the forks were more important. Was quoted 170 for new seals and fresh oil and all that, stripped down and checked over and put back together, but because I stripped them off the bike myself, Biker Warehouse at walked in only charged me 150, which I thought was pretty reasonable. New oil seals, they've not replaced the dust seals, but they don't need replacing, just dust seals, aren't they? They're right enough. So I've done the oil seals and all that, fresh oil, stripped down. I didn't film any of the servicing that I've done, or what's going on here, or service any of the should I scoot round them? Better not. No one saw it. Go for it. No point in me waiting there. Yeah, I didn't film any doing the oil change or anything like that, or removing the forks and refitting them. There's 1,000,001 videos on YouTube showing you how to do that. You don't need me to show you how to do it. If you need to be shown at all, there is plenty of videos about these WRs, and dirt bikes and enduro bikes are really pretty generic. If you want to take the front forks off or do an oil change, they'll be all pretty much the same anyway. Yeah, so all that's been done. Got a new set of decals for number boards, really, for the front and sides. Number 23, which I've mentioned before, why it's number 23. Did a piss poor job of putting them on, I've got to be honest. Loads of bubbles in them, and I watched the video. I watched the video. Terrible. There's that many though. People are saying use a bit of soap and water, and people saying no, don't do that. Use heat. Well, I went for the heat option, and it's alright. 30 odd quid they cost me. So I won't be buying any more in a hurry. They'll do for now. They'll do. They're going to get bleeding marked up, aren't they, and scratched up. Bought a couple of mirrors, cheap, which are useless. I mean, that needs tightening up, but they are useless. Tell you what, you give this thing a fistful in second and third gear, and that front wheel is up. I had it up the other day. I'll put a bit of a clip on now. Yeah, that just popped up like that. As easy as that, coming for that indicator again that you haven't got, Adam. Yeah, that just came up really easy with no effort at all. I've got to get used to that, to get used to wheeling the bike. I'm going to go on one of them like off-road school days. I just want to learn a bit more. I want to learn how to lighten that front wheel when I need to get it over stuff and what have you. There's a few different ones. There's actually a Yamaha experience day off-road in Wales. I might go on that. There's Sweet Lamb, there's that Mick Anstin, is he? There's loads of them, but I think he runs the Yamaha one anyway, Mick, and he's got a hell of a lot of experience, done Dakars and everything. Well, they all have, haven't they? Run these schools, most of them. Oh, rectifier, that was the other problem. My lights bleeding popped coming to work. Not last Monday, Monday before. I'm coming to work and I noticed they were getting brighter and brighter every time I accelerated. Then they just popped out. So I put it on full beam and that popped out. When I got to work I had no lights at all. No stop light, no rear light, no brake light, no stop light, no tail light, no headlight, no high beam, nothing, not a bulb. Anyway, that was the rectifier. So I contacted the dealer that sold me the bike and he just said, yeah mate, if you can get one ordered, get it ordered, and I'm going to go on here and do a walk round, I think. He basically just said if you can get one ordered, and send him the invoice and he'll give me the money for it, and that's exactly what he did. Turn it off. Turn that off a minute. Well, there it is with the new decals on. Number 23. And Adam's Life Riding. They don't look too bad actually. Close up. I think some of the bubbles have gone. See a little bit there on the number board. Not too bad. Oh, put new KYB stickers on the forks as well. It just had like some carbon ones, didn't really like them, so new KYB decals for the forks. Looks alright, doesn't it? It matches pretty well. As the decals that mine came with are just pure black here with Yamaha, but I've left these decals that cover the airbox on and I think they go pretty well. Everything flows pretty well, doesn't it? Even though, seeing that, they're brand new then. Already getting scratched up with my boots, but it's the nature of the beast, innit? Obviously all round here, but if you have a look, fairly clean, innit? It's a bit of paint coming off, obviously. Yeah, melt your glove, Adam. Jesus. It's not done any damage to it, but it's touched the exhaust and melted my glove. Oh Jesus, Adam. A couple of stone chips here, but overall, if you have a look at the front of the frame, apart from a bit of dirt, it's in decent condition. I just done it again. Absolute idiot. Obviously that exhaust gets hot. That's the but what I've done, I took that out and put another baffle in, but it was just way too loud. So I've drilled a few holes in that, and now it sounds a lot better. Highly illegal number plate, a bit smaller than I thought. It's got Adam's Life Riding on the number plate, but it's a bit smaller than I thought it'd be. It's got a Renthal sprocket on it. Too much oil on that chain, I'm gonna have to give it a good clean. I hate it when people just put loads on. I mean, I'm all for keeping your chain oil, but that crap that's on it is a damn good cleaning off. But yeah, like I said, there's where your boots have been, but age of the bike, I mean, you get that on 12-month-old dirt bikes, don't you? Just the nature of the boots that you wear on them and the nature of the bike. But yeah, looks alright, doesn't it? I think anyway, all matches. Oh, these things here, be very careful with these bleeders when you're tightening them up. Because when you give me the forks back, he said once you've got them on the bike, just check, you know, you might get, if you get any seepage, you'll need to tighten them up a little bit, but only nip them up. Heavy-handed me, yeah, snapped it off, this one. Luckily the stud came out this morning relatively easy, and put that back in. It's got bar risers on it, which I'm glad about. Makes it a lot of, they're notoriously quite low, these bars on these, so you can see where I messed that one up when I cut it there. I had to cut it with a Stanley knife to get it to fit, and there's a few bubbles here, but overall it's alright, isn't it? Tyres are decent on it. Fire it up. If it'll go on the start button. Come on. There we go. Gotta get this right as well. Better. Is it running too low now? It's a fine balance. That sounds alright now. Sounds alright, that exhaust, doesn't it? I think it's got a bit throatier now. I've drilled a couple of holes in it. It's alright now. 1 minute. No. No, I'm just walking. I'm just doing a walk around video. Oh, okay. Only bought it recently, so I've just done some bits to it and.
Bike? Yeah. We have an issue with it.
Oh no, right.
I have a couple of bikes, so and I wasn't out there.
Yeah.
Especially carburetted ones, they're a bit fiddly.
I know they are fiddly, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've just been messing with the idle, but it seems to be idling alright now.
Yeah. You can also see an issue with the little needle valve.
Yeah, with the stick and stuff, yeah. Yeah.
Strip it clean all the time.
Yeah, I've had that before, and they just start pissing out fuel, don't they?
Yeah, it blocks something sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially on that shoe, it goes down. Yeah, looks like bike.
Right, cheers, thanks. Anyway, we're getting going there. He was just checking it. Weren't having any problems. So overall, yeah, so far so good. Obviously that that rectifier was a bit of an issue, but it was rectified. Hey, look at that, bit of a segue, that, isn't it? That's what you call it. Yeah, it was rectified pretty quickly by the dealer I got it off. We just ordered one off eBay. It came a couple of days later, shoved it on the neck. That was pretty easy. Tank off, couple of bolts on the rectifier, 2 plugs, feed the wire through, couple of cable ties, put the tank back on, and that looks fine now. I've got some switch gear. The switch gear's come for this, which is going to have indicators on it. Not ordered the indicator kit yet, or you can get it all in one kit for about 65 quid. But you can get the wiring loom for 15. You get some half decent LED indicators for about the same price, and then that switch came in, so it worked out at about 40 quid, 45 quid, so saved about 20 quid getting it all separate. And I've got the indicators that I want, and the switch gear that I wanted, because everything's on this side. Sometimes obviously you get switch gear on this side, don't you, with your I-beam and whatever. You put your lights on this side, or vice versa, whichever it is. Might be a light switch on this side and high beam, but this is all on one horn, everything all on one side, so you had to get the right switch gear. What's going on with this traffic? But yeah, I like it. It's my kind of bike. I like being in this upright position, and I've just always liked enduro and dirt bikes and knobblies. just, I don't know, it's just me. Don't get me wrong, like I say, I love that Triumph, but it's just, it's that, what's it now out there? It's that difficult to ride a bike like that to its full potential on the road with police and everything else, speed cameras, unmarked cars, unmarked bikes, and you know, you don't have to ride them fast, but you know yourself, you're bobbing along and you go for an overtake, and before you know it, you're doing 80-90 mile an hour, you've overtook somebody on a, you know, on a 60 mile an hour speed, or even a 50, and someone dawdling in front of you on a Sunday ride out, and you have a quick look over your shoulder, blast past. And I know they don't mind that so much because they encourage it on that, I can't forget what it's called, when you do that ride out with the police, that, where you sort of learn how to ride a bit safer and stuff, the police take you out, you know what it's called. And I know they encourage to get past, and if you have to get your speed up a little bit, but in the real world, when you're out on the road and you do a couple of overtakes like that, and there's a bleeding speed camera van just as you come back in, and he's, you know, they're not going to factor in, well, you was just getting past the line of traffic to get yourself out in front to be seen and to be safe, and you back off as soon as you've got in front. That machine's sending you a ticket, end of. So, and once I get up, I mean, I've got a clean license, touch wood, but once I get up to 6 points, then they're watching me at work, because they have updates on my driving license every 4 times a year, every 3 months. They get to 9 points, and then they take into consideration whether it's worth keeping me in employment or not. So, you know what I mean? It's not something I have to be aware of. So a bike like this round the back lanes and on the off-road, I'm not going to lose my licence, am I? Unless I start learning how to pop wheelies, which I want to learn how to do, but not not for road use, for when I need to get that front wheel light off-road. Learn to do it safe, like I say, at one of them training courses. But overall, like I say, I love the bike up to now. What it's going to be like to live with, I don't know. I'd say it's quite a vibey bike, quite buzzy. It wants to be having said all that I've just said, it does want to be revved, but like to be dodged about, and does like to be revved. It doesn't want to be laboured about in a high gear, you know what I mean? It's a revvy bike, it likes to be revved. But it is a bit of a beast. I've had a little bit of fun off it off camera, but I've not really been anywhere. Might try and get a ride out tomorrow. If weather's alright and I've got time, I might just whip up to Pigeon Tower, and maybe whip up to the barn for half an hour, get a brew at the barn for half an hour, and then make my way back, just have a couple of hours out, make sure everything is alright with it. You know, I've only probably done half an hour stints on it, not really give it a good run yet. But yeah, overall, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with what I paid for it. I'm happy with how it performs. Starts well once it's warm. Couple of kicks, few kicks this morning, because it's been stood for over a week, but no different. DR was like that. That's it, it fired up there, didn't it? On the start button when I bloody pressed it right. Can be a bit what's it, that start button. You have to really press it in, it can be a bit fidgety with gloves on. Don't know if it's just a problem with this button or it's just the way they are, but that's, you can pick them up for about 25 quid brand new. tightening up. I did have a mirror for both sides, but I snapped the bracket putting it on. Cheap crap. I just couldn't get it to screw in, I couldn't get the bolt to go in. And when I did get it to bite and go in, it was cross-threading it a little bit, and as I got it further down it just split the bleeding casting. But yeah, it's not any good anyway. It needs to just be a little bit further out really. But at least I've got something. But I can't put any bar ends on it. James offered me, Ainsworth Rider offered me some bar ends, but with the way these attach, can't really put bar ends on it. We'll have to have a look at what I can do. We'll sort something out. I might only have one mirror on that side anyway. It's what most enduro bikes have, isn't it? Cheers, mate. Also, like, so hopefully I'll get a bit of a ride on it. Put that baffle in, I think I said that, then it was way too loud. I got a baffle and it was just way too loud. So I ended up drilling a few holes in the baffle that's in it, make it a bit throaty. I didn't like the weird noise that were coming from it. And it seemed to be strangling it, choking it a little bit. But with it out, Jesus Christ, it's like the size of a bloody Subaru Impreza. Scooter rider racing me. It's a hooligan machine, isn't it? It really is. Not leaving us any room to filter through there. Scooter rider don't curve, Jesus Christ. Like being in London, oh, straight down the outside of everyone, and then straight in front of everyone. So it's still 1/3 gear then. Goes through the gears well. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave it here. You all ride safe, stay safe, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye for now.